everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over 4 different versions of the MCU Black Panther Erik Killmonger figure from Marvel Legends. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. This is Erik Killmonger. Let's check him out. Killmonger's head has some fantastic textures. It looks wonderful. Look at this thing, it even has some lettering over here. Some nice dotted lines everywhere. They're beautiful. Check out the gold. Looks really nice. Kind of scarred, kind of pitted. But he's been in battle, so that's pretty cool. His necklace looks great too. I like it a lot. The torso has some sort of jaguar, leopard, cheetah, whatever spots. Looks really cool. I think he's actually modeled after a jaguar. At least, you know, Panther versus Jaguar in a way. A lot of the little spots over here. More dotted lines. Some gold here and there. Looks very nice. His claws look very intimidating. Really cool. The legs continue that dotted motif along with the jaguar little dots, so that's really cool. Goes down to his legs all the way. Comes down to his toes. It looks very bony and skeleton-like. Looks super cool. It matches the head a lot. The back looks fine, I guess. It has this thing, which I'm kind of worried about, but it's still pretty neat. Killmonger comes with these scary claws that can swivel and also hinge very nicely. Good detents on those. They're gold tipped. They have gold on the back. Looks really super cool and freaky. He has the same kind of hands except closed off, holding hands. Claws look really nice. Thing on the back looks good with gold. Swivel and then up and down. Pretty good. He comes with a short sword and a short spear. The short spear looks really nice. It's wrapped up in some gold bands. The silver looks really good. It has brown on the top and bottom over here. And the handle fits really well in the hand. Looks really awesome. The sword is a little less complicated, but it's pretty cool. Looks like a giant weird butter knife with some holes on top. I'm not sure why. Probably for, you know, resistance and whatnot. The handle is just done in black, but it looks really wrapped up and very nicely done. And they're just pretty cool weapons. As far as articulation goes, his head can bury itself into his chest this far down, go this far up really well. You also get some swivel and then some pivot. We can go only this far on the arm unless it would chip the entire shoulder, and that's a shame. You can go all the way around though, not really chipping anything. Butterfly joint goes back this far and forward this far pretty well. Swivel at the bicep. We also get a double jointed elbow right over here. He can go down on that elbow. You get back crunch, not really that far. Forward crunch pretty well. We also get a swivel right here at the waist. Out, in, up with the leg, down, back, all the way. Not that great. Swivel up here. You also get no swivel down here. You get an up and a down and a pivot. Pretty okay. With 2 pegals on the bottom of the feet. I do feel like the little dots hinder some of the articulation here and there. And this crunching thing up at the shoulder is very disappointing. But the figure looks fantastic at least. I think the sculpt overrides the articulation for this figure. Same body, different deco. Let's check this one out. The head is the same, but he is a lot of different deco. It kind of ends around here, which is a shame. That's kind of sucks for me. I wish it went all the way around and covered everything. But I guess what you get is what you get in the front. This is a different color, though, and it doesn't really match anything else. That's not really that great for me. The body has a lot of good gold highlights. You're missing that Jaguar print, though. But you do get a lot of gold, which looks pretty cool. It is different on this as opposed to this. I don't know why. They're using different golds for it, even on here, too, on the side. That's kind of a shame. On the back, you get barely any gold, and that kind of sucks. So yeah, the front's where it's at for this figure. The legs are at least jazzed up a little bit. You gain gold and lose Jaguar print again. It's nice in the, not really nice in the back, but a little bit on the back. You can see a little bit from the front and the side pouring onto the back. It looks fine. The toes are different though. You lose that paint right there, and that's a shame. Brighter gold paint on the claws, and they're the same mold. Brighter gold paint on the hands, and they're the same mold. Same articulation and everything. Same mold for the accessories, different paint. It's a little bit darker as opposed to the other one. Getting that into view, you get a brighter silver for the old one, and a darker silver for the new one. Same with this one over here. You lose the brown on the top and the bottom, and you only get silver for that. So there's less paint I think, for these accessories overall. Here's the Michael B. Jordan Killmonger head sculpt. This looks awesome. I like this head a lot. It looks really good. Looks like the actor. Looks like the character. You get swivel with that, and it looks good from the side. Profile and whatnot. The hair could use a little bit of work, I think. Looks like it's glued on like a toupee. That's kind of a shame. Very scraggly, very Medusa-like. There is good paint on this, though, and the sculpt is nice. The eyes look really good, too. You do get a good swivel, and then the head can go back this far, and then forward this far down to the chin. It's a nice head sculpt that kind of makes up for somewhat a lackluster figure. At least you get this head. The articulation's the same. The body is a little more bluish gray, but here's just, you know, a big overview of the figure with the new head on it. So here's both Killmonger standing next to each other. I prefer the one on the right as opposed to the one on the left. There's less blue in the body and a little more sheen and shine to it. It looks really cool. And also here's another box! Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here's the box for Erik Killmonger. Same sculpt, different paint, I guess, for the third time in a row. Yeah, Erik Killmonger, Black Panther Legends Series, Legacy Collection. On the side we have a picture of Erik Killmonger right over here in the new suit. Looks snazzy, not sure about the eyes though. Erik Killmonger on the back. And we have Erik Killmonger on the side, a warrior of physical and mental strength. Erik Killmonger slashes into battle with unrivaled intensity. Ooh. I do like the single color eyes. So let's open this guy up. Pair of scissors. Open the box this way right over here. And nicely cut into it. Then you pull open the tab. And you open your figure like so, pulling it out. The background looks really nice. It looks a lot like the astral plane. But moving on from that, we have Erik Killmonger coming out of the box. One weapon, two weapon, hand, face, body. So here's the Legacy Collection Erik Killmonger. Let's check this bad boy out. The paint on the head is horrible. I am really not a fan of this. His ear looks really chewed up and weird. I got this straight out of the box, by the way, so yeah, this is how he comes. There's paint like missing on the back, I think, or it's not really sprayed correctly. That's horrible. The head looks like just, ugh. The hair is just awful and really crummy. The necklace is pretty okay, but the rest is just trash, I think. The suit is very gray and not really that great looking. I don't like the lack of, like, you know, gold. I mean, yeah, there isn't much gold, but there wasn't much personality on this one. It's just a lot of weird, crummy leopard spots. It's very subtle on the other one, but it's really prominent on this. It just looks so bad and tacked on at the last second. The hands look okay, I guess, but yeah, this is just, ugh. The legs look like a really bad mass of blue with a little bit of gold here and there. Those spots are just awful and very cheetah-like. It's just, ew. No numbers on here. There's a number on the foot, but yeah, that's barely saving this. Same hands, different paint. The claws are more gold and the back is less gold. I prefer this gold on the claw tips. Looks much better. But yeah, it's the same thing all over again. The holding claws are the same thing. Yeah, they're just not really that great at all. The weapons are just okay. This one's really gold and very bent in the packaging, I guess. And this one is the same as before, but slightly darker and more muted. I don't think I like it as much. I like the brighter bands on it. These are more gold bands instead of yellow, but it's a fair piece, I guess. The head sculpt and paint is the best part about this. This is a really nice head. It looks really cool, like a skull once again. It has the Jaguar print on the top and the ears. We also get some on the side. Those letters still aren't painted, but whatever. It at least looks much better than the other one. On this side, it looks really cool too. And on the back, there's more print. That's amazing. I love this head a lot. This is great. It's a shame that it's in this color and not the other kind of colors in the different figures. The articulation is the same, but the waist is really loose. This is really gummy, about to like fall apart, and these butterfly joints kind of come out. There is, I think, a little bit more range on them, interestingly enough, but every joint is super gummy, and I think this mold just needs to be retired, I think, or redone. All three Killmongers stand about 6.25 inches tall. They look pretty good together. I still prefer the one on the far right, but I think there's some merit to the one on the far left. I think I kind of like this head swap. It looks pretty good, but let me try one more head swap. The far right looks pretty good with the paint on it. Looks nice. The one in the middle looks good, muted. And the one on the left is just sort of trash, I guess. So while putting their heads back together, I figured out that they had to justify this one being bluer in color. So they just made this one bluer in color to match this one, because they were never going to remake this. They were going to remake this. They gave it the really weird head with the good paint on it, but it still doesn't really match what I wanted to be Killmonger. This looks really great. The Jaguar print, the skull-looking face, it looks really creepy and intimidating. I love it a lot. These two look like a buff guy. I don't know, it's just strange. They look kind of bulky to me. This one's great. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Ah yes, you three are true Killmongers till the bitter end. Rochambeauing with each other to see who kills me? Well done. So here's Erik Killmonger outside of his golden Jaguar suit. Let's take a look at this guy and check him out. We've seen this head before, but this is in really good condition. I like the look of it and the sculpt and the paint. Here's the other head from the Legacy Black Panther version, and that just looks awful. I hate this thing. And also we have the head from the other version. I'm not sure which one's the 2-pack and which one isn't, but this one looks very nice on the character. Same molding and sculpting. The hair looks great on this one. And I just like this head a lot. The body armor was apparently inspired by Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, so the more you know. It looks very nice, pitted, scarred. Paint looks really good. Belt buckle over here. We have a belt with some grenades and some like armaments and stuff. A gun over here. We also have stuff on the back, like little pieces you could put into other guns that don't really move. A knife that can't really come out. It's a shame this isn't really movable and changeable, but they fixed that with classified, thankfully. We also have a watch that is a little bit loose over here, and it looks nice and really comes together well. Shoulder padding over here with some green, and looks super good and really nice all across the board. Well done, Hasbro. This was a body for G.I. Joe Classified before G.I. Joe Classified existed, and even after. People still use this body for different things for that line. The fatigues look really good. The camo looks nice. We have some cool boots over here that are really nice. And also on the back it looks great, except for this little thing, whatever that thing is. And whatever this is, reminds me a lot of what the G.I. Joe Classified guys have. Not really sure about the whole army term, if I even got the lingo correctly. Correct me in the comments, but it looks great. Killmonger comes with a pistol right over here that is a little bit longer than the other pistols, and I actually like this one a lot. This is more realistic, looks really cool, and it has a really nice handle texture. This larger gun is nuts. I think Winter Soldier used it in the Marvel Legends line. It looks pretty cool. It has a scope right over here, and more thingies over here, and ammo thingies that look like thingies in the back. A lot of thingies on this gun that I'm very happy with. Yeah, it looks very high-tech and pretty cool. Good weapons. When Killmonger needs to disguise himself in an art museum, he grabs this mask, I believe, and it looks really good on the figure. It fits very well. I like the horns. The frill is painted really well. Reminds me of a mandrill monkey. It looks really nice. I like this little sort of paint right here going down here. It's very sort of slipshod, but on purpose. It's an art piece. It's really made by some kind of tribe or a really dedicated historian. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but it looks really good. On the back, it's just one color. It's fine. It fits in the face very well, and it's pretty neat. You could put it up like a visor kind of too. Just hang out there, or sort of flip it down and push it on the face to look menacing like this. Very good piece, and I really love this a lot. As far as the articulation goes, the head can go up this far, down this far really well. Swivel, we also get a little bit of tilt for attitude. We can go up this far, down this far, swivel all the way around. Watch out, it'll crash into this a little bit. We get a swivel at the bicep. We get a double joint elbow. The shoulder's fine, by the way, for this, kind of. There's a little bit of crash, but it's okay. Better than the other figures. Swivel, and then a hinge going up and down this way. And then we get a swivel, and then a hinge up and going up and down. The same way the detents are very tight on this. We also have a loose watch over here, a loose belt. Very super loose. I'm kind of bummed about it. It should sit around here, next to his other belt, I guess. But I don't know, it just kind of funky. I do like this thing, by the way, this little ring of shirt coming out of the armor right here. We get a chest back, chest forward, swivel right over here. This just fell off on me, so I'm just going to leave it. We get out, in, up, back, all the way back. Very, very nice articulation on this. That's great. Swivel up here. Swivel not at the... No, swivel at the boot. That's a shame. I thought there was a swivel at the boot. Huh. Oh well. Pivot at the boot, and then down, and then up with 2 pegos bottom of the feet. Some nice treads. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to this belt. It just kind of popped off on me. It can easily be put on right over here. And you just easily gotta pop it in. I think the sort of peg is sort of melting for some reason. I'm not sure why. This wasn't really left in the sun or anything, so go figure. Probably a warped piece from something that I did, but there it is. It looks fine now. Very nicely articulated figure with some great stuff on it. Killmonger stands at about 6¼ inches tall next to the golden Jaguar Killmonger and also Black Panther for comparison. These figures look great together. I do think the 2 Black Panther Golden Jaguar figures look nice as well. We have that smoky gray color versus pure black, gold versus silver, and skull face versus cat face. The claws are also a little bit more neutered on the Black Panther figure as opposed to the wild claws of the Golden Jaguar. Killmonger looks really nice too. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Stupid Killmonger, you make me look bad. Ooga booga booga! Got him. Overall, we have 4 different versions of a figure that only needs 2. I really like the first figure, the really metallic silver one with the subtle Jaguar print on it, especially that head. The Golden Jaguar looks really nice in this iteration. The claws are really gold, the necklace is gold, the head is really subtle. It's awesome. I really love this figure a lot. It looks super good. The really gold one that's powered up in the final fight scene with the really good mask lines as well as the good lines on the suit looks fine, I guess. I don't like the bluish tint to the suit they gave it, and the one that came after at least. I'm just not a big fan of that whole thing. The gold on the necklace doesn't really match the rest. I do like the addition of the head, which is a nice plus and fits on the other figure as well, but this is just okay for me, I guess. The Legacy Collection one is a super big letdown. The joints are really gummy. I think one of the arms is going to come off. The head kind of saves it, but it doesn't save it fully. It's just a sort of recompense for the fact that they didn't make a version that matched the 2-pack one, which is weird, I think. I think this could have been done way better, and they couldn't have put in there at all. It just needs a different version of the character, I guess, or something for Killmonger. Tactical Killmonger that we got with the blue arms, the Vegeta look, and the mask looks amazing. I love this figure a lot. Really good articulation, really good accessories. I love the sculpt on the figure. They really went all out for it, and it shows that Hasbro can pull off kind of a G.I. Joe figure pre-G.I. Joe classified. It's wonderfully done and super great. I recommend the 2 characters in the front right in this shot, and the 2 characters in the back you can just leave in the dust. You don't really need them, and we have a new version of Ross anyways, so just kick them. We're fine. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.